if we go here, like accept an invitation, and it is not a blind invitation. So it's comes with a message created by SalesMind. So
Okay.
it's not like sending connection requests, but the results are amazing. I mean, 690 invitations sent over the last month, 436 acceptance.
Wow. That's great result.
So that's 63% acceptance rate with a message, an initial message. That's, I mean, I never seen that. I mean, even for me, I never seen that.
So maybe we can start by can you tell your name, your
Yeah.
agency business, and what do you do for your clients?
So my name is Manuel, originally from Belgium, but it's been really long time. I haven't been in Belgium. So I own since, I would say, since 2014, a lead generation, I would say boutique, because I never wanted to grow it. A lead generates boutique specialized in LinkedIn outreach. And through those years, I've developed one methodology, which is called the one sentence offer, where in basically 4 or 5 messages, we arrive to qualify a potential opportunity or someone interested, and schedule a call with a potential customer. Yeah, that's basically what I've done on top of other companies, but basically that's what I've done. I mean, it's really real my passion. After 30 years of or like B2B sales, it's still doing my passion, and basically I do what nobody likes to do. So that's,
That sounds sweet. But before
uh,
you started using SalesMind, what was the biggest challenge you faced when doing lead generation for your clients?
people don't realize this very much, but it's super time lead generation. It's super time consuming. There is two way to do lead generation. One way it's blasting tons of messaging, the same way, the same time of message. I mean, same kind of message, and it works. You know, this spray and pray methodology can kind of work if you're kind of smart with the messaging, and mainly if you succeed to get to the to make list of the right people. It can work. No, I would say 90% of the lead generator don't know how to set up a campaign like this. So basically, it's spamming people. Yes. Um, so for me, it was never really a problem of setting up the right campaign. For me, it was super important to at one moment to arrive to save time on running those campaigns. I've been for a long time doing that manually, message after message for each of my clients. So sometimes it was taking 10 hours a day or 11 hours a day, but it was producing really good results. Then very quickly I've been a little bit known in the environment of automation. So at Automation Tools owner asking me to test the tools before it was released. So I was pushing those automation tools to the limits, and it was fun because it was also saving times, but very again it was kind of saving time but reproducing the spray and pray mechanism. And then a couple of years ago, the funny part is that I've never been a huge fan of AI for a long time. And a couple of years ago, I mean, not couple of years, approximately 1 year, 1.5 years, no, ago, I say it's not possible to continue like this. I mean, I'm spending too much hours. My creative mind can have some limits also. And yeah, there is this AI stuff, and maybe I can use it or implement my methodology in some AI, and I start to have a look, and then at one moment I say, okay, it can work, but I need to find a tool. I need to find something relevant. So I've been watching some of the tools. Some were really good. Some were, just a little bit a plus of automation tool. And then and for me, the contact with the people trying to sell these tools to me, I mean, I was convinced already because I've done the research and stuff like that. But the way I communicate with the people, the way they reach out to me, the way they, commercially they explain, the tool was very important, and that's how uh, I mean, Bram contacted me. The way he did it was super natural, super, and it was telling me, part of the communication was also done by AI. So, so I was like, wow. Then I want to see it, So that's how I arrived to you guys.
That sound good. But if we get back quickly to the struggle you had before starting with
Yeah.
SalesMind, how did spending 10 hours per day affected your business, and what were you unable to offer your client because of those limitations?
So there was that's an excellent question, because for a long time I didn't realize it was affecting my businesses. Because when you have success for your clients or for yourself, you are kind of pumped by the results, and then because the results are there, you're like finding it natural, to work 10 hours and to bring, because it's generating money, so the question is there. Like at one moment, I had a discussion with one of the lead generator expert in this environment. We know a little bit each other, and he told me, Manuel, okay, now you have this boutique, you have a recruitment agency, you have an investment company, you have, you have a digital marketing agency, you have other, other participation in some businesses. I mean, you are not going to work like this all your life. You need to find a way to, to have a family life, kids. All this life, enjoy. I'm lucky to live in Dubai, so this is perfect environment to enjoy life also. And then little by little, also I realized that the lack of time was also a barrier to grow my companies, each of them. Spending time on delivering was not allowing me on spending time on growing. Um, and that's where really yeah, I would say the AI stuff, even if I'm still not a super convinced guy, but mainly for this environment, save me a lot of time. Yeah, yeah. Um, Otherwise, it was like staying at one level that not possible. It will not be possible to grow.
I see. So that makes a lot of sense that you're trying to rely on system that can free up a lot of time.
This is really this. I realize that you can be skilled, you can have all the expertise. At one moment, you will be limited if you're not building systems. And building systems, if you're not a technical guy, or if you're not, or even if you're not kind of a process guy, which I am absolutely not, it's almost impossible to build. So when you understand this and you know what kind of tool will help you, then the tools will create some system for you already done. You just need to add little stuff around that tool that will allow you to save time and grow your business.
Yes. That's very true, and that's why we built SalesMind. We saw that gap, and we're filling it with it. But if I understand correctly, you found us because at some point you were in some of our campaign, and then the AI conversed with you somehow. But
Yes.
do you have any doubt before trying it? And what made you decide to go for it anyway?
So the conversation I had, I were in a campaign, but it will not be difficult to identify me as a potential customer. Um, I would say I've been bluffed by the communication of the AI, and if I go back to this communication, I've been really a bad ass or during that conversation, because the starting was not perfect. The starting was kind of I mean, for a lead generator like me with the background, I was like, that doesn't sound right, you know. But it was inviting all the time to a conversation, an open conversation. And even if I've been really bad at the beginning, the way it handled the the bad, I mean, my very kind of harsh
Your answer?
answer was perfect. You know, was perfect at one level that I say, no, it's not possible. It's AI. And that's what at one moment I say, you know what? Enough talking through messaging. Let's schedule a call. You know?
That sounds good. And
Yeah.
that you're using SalesMind, what changed and what kind of result are you getting for your clients?
So it's going to be a little bit counterproductive what I'm going to say. So I don't see a really increase of the result that I had already before. That say, it saved me tons of hours. So I have the same results, and I have some campaign working much better. Um, but I have same result or much better. I don't have bad worse result. This is already a good point. But similar and much better, but spending much less time on it. So for me, it's a winner situation.
Yes, you mentioned some of the results from your client. Can you share
Yeah,
here some of the results that you're seeing in terms of
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
rate,
I
reply
can
rate?
share. Yeah, let me just have a look. So it is I'm just explain to you. So basically, it's someone in Dubai working in a wealth management. Wealth management, it's a very complicated, because you are contacting people and say, hey, do you want to be rich, or do you want to so creating a campaign for wealth management, it's super complicated, because you never know how the people will react. So in this case, I would say SalesMind, it's a killer. It's a killer, because I will never get a result like this, and we can see. So if we go here, like accept an invitation, and it is not a blind invitation. So it's comes with a message created by SalesMind. So
Okay.
it's not like sending connection requests, but the results are amazing. I mean, 690 invitations sent over the last month, 436 acceptance.
Wow. That's great result.
So that's 63% acceptance rate with a message, an initial message. That's, I mean, I never seen that. I mean, even for me, I never seen that. Oh, yeah. But then we can say, okay, the message is super well. The initial message is super good, but we keep the rate. I mean, messaging, reply, all this, we are, and is getting better. That's
Mhm.
the lesson. I mean, it's getting better and better and better.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and there,
Yeah.
and we are also excellent, 57% of response rate.
Yeah.
Um,
What do you
mhm.
think you've done for this campaign that's much of a success?
I think the part of it, and this is something that we were discussing just before, I need to get better. But I think this year, for example, the website is super well done, very clear, and that helped the AI to catch information. And when he got this information, I believe that he's analyzing perfectly the profile before sending this invitation to connect and this message. That's I would say that's the only from my side, the only reason that I I, I can find to explain those numbers, um, because logically I've been running for 3-4 months a campaign without SalesMind. We were very far from those results. Very,
And
very,
I
very
see
far.
it's written first AI campaign. So is it the real first campaign where you nail those results?
It is the first campaign on SalesMind for these clients. Yes, the first campaign.
That's really good. So hopefully we will be able to increase those based on the learning that salesmen have over time.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much for sharing that. But now, how does it feel running your business now compared to before? What can you do today that you couldn't do before without SalesMind?
I can make some siesta. I can sleep. Sometimes in the afternoon, I can just lay down a little bit, 30 minutes, and just relax. It's also easy for me. For example, most of the tools, it was not like I'm traveling a lot. So for example, when I have my iPad, I have an iPad Pro. Sometimes I just don't want to get off my computer. But I have SalesMind, and it's giving me the same environment, completely the same. So for me, for example, this, like when I'm in the airport and stuff like that, I don't need to take off my computer, open and stuff like that. I can just open my iPad and just like handling very quickly. For me, the safest time is that SalesMind, whenever someone reply, he's creating an answer, and I just need to validate this answer, or to tweak a little bit the answer, and just push. Okay, send. It's simplify a lot. Otherwise, I mean, you need to enter whatever sales company, the LinkedIn profile, go to scroll down all the message, you find the perfect message, think about understand what the person reply, and then think about, like, okay, how can I reply perfectly and so like that. It's so much. And now you have those kind of multiple possibility to reply, so it's easy to click. Oh, this one is a good one. Oh, sent.
That's very true. And to explain you quickly the story behind SalesMind, this is exactly the first problem we aimed to solve. We were seeing people spending dozens of hours, not per day, but per week. We haven't met you at that time, spending dozens of hours spending manual messages. But we saw that actually the money is in the inbox. The automation, we are doing the thing great. But at the end of the day, if you don't reply those people, they don't move in the funnel. If they don't move, they don't convert, and they also are lost. So the first thing that we tried to solve was to make sure that every single lead got a reply and are directed and route in a way that could help them to convert them or get out of the sales funnel because they have nothing to do inside.
Yeah, yes, and something that it's like it's this kind of funnel problem and making move. You can recognize this in any social media message box, message box. And I will say, we also use SalesMind not only for sales. I mean, we're using SalesMind also on a recruitment perspective also, which help us help us, small my co-founder. Um, it help us like to reach out the right candidates on on auto mode, like without her interaction and her interacting when it's really necessary. But she's got, for example, a call schedule automatically with the candidate, And when you know the time you spend to find the right candidate, analyze the profile and stuff like that, right now for her, it's just like building the relevant list, put it in SalesMind, and then wait that the call are scheduled.
That's a little bit dangerous. We got some feedback from users that put everything on autopilot, and they end up having meeting in their calendar, and they're like, and they land into the meeting, and they're like, yeah, we talk on LinkedIn about X, Y, Z, and the my user are like, oh, damn, I should have read what happened in the conversation.
Yeah. The good part is that again, our lists are very sharp. It's not long lists. They are targeted. So she spend time, the time she can save with SalesMind doing the communication, she can spend time on having really accurate lists. So the people who schedule are the kind of people she wanted to talk to, and they are interested in talking about this precise position.
Yeah, that's on the exactly what we build SalesMind for.
Yeah.
And just the last question for me. So, if another agency would like to struggle with lead generation for their client, what would you tell them about SalesMind?
I will have a conversation to see at what point they are, because I will not recommend SalesMind if they just spray and pray. I think to use, and I had the same opinion with automation tools. You need to be ready. You need to be in a certain mindset to be able to use efficiently those kind of tools, SalesMind or any. If you're not ready, if you don't have enough experience, if you're not having the kind of such an expertise or background, very quickly it can be dangerous also, because that's the problem for automation that I see. They're going to kill tons of leads instead of getting leads. So I will have a conversation with them. I will definitely refer SalesMind, but I will tell them like maybe you need a little, I mean, try it. But if you feel it's not for you, or you feel it's not working, maybe it's not the tool. Maybe it's the way you use the tool, or your knowledge of using those kind of tools to make them successful.
That makes sense. All right.
But I will definitely, I mean, only for the only for saving time. it's already useful. Bringing results. I mean, the customer I showed this example is like, man, go for it. I don't care. Go for it. Go for it. And I have other situation. I work without SalesMind. In 2025, it was March, April, May, June, 4 months with them. And this guy was like, it didn't get like immediate close, but it was very specific. It takes a little bit time to get close. So at one moment, it was going to be the vacation. He said, let's pause and get back. So he paused. And then I received a mail, I think in December. I received a mail from him, and he said, you know what? Can you make a contract for 1 year? And I'm like, okay, let's do it, And I said, what happened? And they say, one of the conversation you generate brought me a super deal, and the return on investment of your service is so low that I can afford to take you for 1 year. I'm like, okay, let's. I mean, the return on investment is so high, not low. Your price is so low, and I can afford to sign a contract. I said, are you sure? I say, man, yes. And if you want to implement new stuff, because I know you have spent a lot of time. If you want to, I say, if you have a AI solution, just use it, because when I see what you were able to do
Manually.
manually, yeah, I'm sure you can configure it perfectly for me. And then, yeah, I still need to put it on SalesMind. Yeah.
I guess it must feel very, very weird feeling like the guy wants to buy you for 1 year because you're too cheap.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, amazing. And like, oh shit, am I too cheap?
No, the deal he made is it's super good. And he said, look, that's the kind of deal that I can afford to wait 6 months to get a new deal. But I know you're going to work every single day, on it. So it makes feel good, because he understood it's a long process. I mean, my main problem is having customer not understanding that lead generation. It's a long process.
Definitely. And especially in B2B, actually, the sales cycle are very long. We work with some corporate. The sales cycle for them is 2 years. So before we start the conversation today, and in 2 years, they expect to close those people. So that's really huge.
No, the good part of SalesMind, I would say, is that you can create very long campaign, and every time, like, you can even create a campaign that I was thinking recently, say, there is a lot of people, it's not a good moment, or they are busy, or they are on something else. But if you schedule, like, every month a little touch, it can bring one time someone say, oh yeah, I have the time, let's go on a call. It's not because someone doesn't reply that he's not interested. There is thousand of reasons. But I guarantee, if you don't use a tool like this, or like SalesMind, you will never follow up like this every month, a little touch and an accurate touch, without you thinking like, okay, and what is new in his profile, or letting the AI looking at what is happening in this profile, or he connect with someone, or he posts something, and then every single month having a little touch, or just visit the profile, because that's also a possibility. Visit the profile. I don't know all other stuff, but we can go really further, like make a comment or put a like, or those little touch. Then send a message. Send, like, it's going to be New Year's. Maybe your campaign, it's like 12 months, and New Year's will come. Like, say, this month is going to be New Year's. Say Happy New Year. Just simple Happy New Year's. A little touch. It's open, amazing kind of a sales process and sales funnel on a long term, also not really on the short term.
Yeah, and we actually have something. So if you build campaign, you may need to rebuild campaign if the person reply within the campaign. But we have the nurturing on autopilot. So every month or every few weeks, we nudge back the people if they don't reply. So that's because we are seeing that the people are lost in the funnel at some point. If they don't reply and no one move them again, they're getting lost. So this is really important, and that what brings the most of the result.
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Thank you very much, Manuel. Love it to hear your feedback and the success that you had with SalesMind. I will obviously share that with the team, and we will make a testimonial from that. The entire team is behind me for this call and everything that we are building. So big applause and big congrats for the team making the tool every day a little bit better.
If I can also, I mean, I mentioned at the beginning that for me, when I start the conversation, the relation and the feeling that people take care, care, like, not just the support or just like care about the success of the customer, was really important. And so far, I have no complaint about this. I mean, I never felt like, okay, you pay your like I have with other SaaS, almost like 80% of the SaaS. I mean, with the SalesMind team, I must say, like, I feel like listening. Like even you, sometimes you are jumping on the conversation, and I was not expecting. you to jump. Sometimes because of time difference, it's really late for you, but you're jumping on conversation. So this is also super important. I mean, it's not only the tool; it's also how you handle the customer relationship that is amazing with SalesMind.
Yeah, I think this is my childhood. My parents always told me, don't treat the other the way you don't want to be treated. And I hate when you talk to a chat and it's actually terrible. You can't end it with anyone and you spend hours on a problem that is not your fault and you waste your time, right? So I hope and I expect the team to make sure that we don't waste our user time, because that's just terrible. That's just terrible. So we need to have the product that is good, but also the support and the human relation that are actually making the thing very unified.
Perfect. I mean,
all right.
I'm all good for me. So let's continue. Let's put more customer on SalesMind. Let's scale. Super. Thank you very much, Julien.
Thank you very much. If you have any question later on, I think we check a few things before the testimonial. But if you have any question, you have my WhatsApp, so feel free to text me, and I'll be happy to jump.
Super. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.